Hi Tumblr. This is your admin Beck. I'm the admin behind Feral Daryl Dixon. Feral Daryl Dixon. I can talk, I swear. The Saintly Twin, and McCoy, which is spelled really weird and I don't even know how to pronounce my own username. MCXOY. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I'm doing a moon video for my milestone on Daryl. For 400 followers, yay! I don't know where the fuck all of you guys came from. I don't know why you're following me. I'm a derp, but hey, thanks for coming along for the ride, and I hope you guys stick around for another wonderful 2 years and hopefully more on Tumblr. I will be 2 years on November. I'm very excited. Yay. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing with my camera right now. I'm gonna try and read my questions without my glasses, which will be interesting. My glasses show a lot of glare at the cam, so I take them off for pictures and shit, because I basically use my camera for pictures. So give me a minute. I read them, but I've already forgot them. Alright. So I don't want to shoot, which is an Arvo role player who I've been friends with for probably the last 2 years. They're amazing, by the way. You should follow them if you're not. I don't want to shoot with dashes in between each word. They're cool. You should definitely RP with them, especially if you're in any kind of zombie-verse, have a zombie at you. They're fantastic. And just a wonderful individual. Ask me to talk about my feels on Daryl possibly being canon and the use of the word prison gay. This is referring to the article that I reblogged about Norman Reedus talking about his headcanon for Daryl being gay. First off, yay! I know I've been playing a gay Daryl for 2 years now, and I've been talking about him being gay since I started watching the show back when season 2 had just ended. A lot of my normal off-Tumblr friends didn't believe me, and I've had a lot of fun rubbing their faces in the article ever since. Yay! So I'm really excited about it, because I'm canon, and I read Daryl correctly. I'm not too worried. When I first read the prison gay term, I was initially really concerned, but I think that's just Norman not knowing how to express what he's trying to talk about. I mean, the guy just learned what fat meant, like, however many years ago. So he's amazing. I just sometimes he doesn't word correctly, and he's talked about that being socially awkward and words just come out of his mouth. I did the same thing. You'll notice with this video, which will have a lot of rambling, like right now. So prison gay, I think what he meant when he went in to describe Daryl being gay, but he'll fucking cut you if you accuse him of it. I think what he meant by prison gay is he's not okay with it. He's not out of the closet. He doesn't like to talk about it. He's not gonna admit it if you ask him about it. But the feelings are there. Look at the way he was raised. Of course he doesn't want to talk about it. Okay, I think I covered that. I'm really excited. The end. Tell me about how much you like the game because I want to hear you talk about the game. Brought up Skype, not the cam. Okay, so the Walking Dead game. Yeah, this entire video is basically going to be bloopers because I'm way too lazy to do a second take, so have fun with that. The Walking Dead game. Fucking Christ. If you haven't played it, you need to, because it's amazing. It's fucking upsetting, it's gut-wrenching. I remember playing season 1 and lying on the ground on Thanksgiving after we had eaten and I went back into my room to play because fuck my family, scream sobbing into my pillow, and my little brother comes into the room like, what the fuck's going on, are you okay? And then I got him into The Walking Dead too. So that worked out. The sequel, I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I felt like we really didn't have as much differences in the game as you did in the first one. Because in the second one, like, no matter what you do, people die, and I understand why that's there, because sometimes there's nothing you can do, but I just felt like it wasn't so much of a play your own adventure type thing as it was, here's the story you've already written and you get to play through it type feeling. Like, one thing that really, I think my biggest fucking pet peeve with that game is, why couldn't I walk around the fucking ice lake? Okay? Why was that not an option? There weren't that many Risen coming. Walkers, zombies, whatever. They're slow. It's the winter. They could have walked fast around the lake and they would have been fucking fine. Or they could have jogged at a brisk pace around the pond and the zombies would have been very far back or fallen through the ice. That, you know, that was a thought that no one else apparently had. Whatever. What are you gonna do? I love Clementine. I love seeing the way Clementine is developed. I like shock myself every time I look at season 1 Clementine and then look at season 2 Clementine and how much she's grown up. It's really kind of sad because the maturity you see in this 11-year-old girl is more mature than most men I know in real life, let alone the men in the game. Jane's crazy. That's, I think, the only other thing I'm going to get into. I'm not going to discuss character hate. That's complicated. That's like a whole video in and of itself. Let's just not get into that. The games are great. You should play them. The end. Okay. Next question. And how am I doing? Yes, how is your life going? Okay. Personal questions about my life. Let's see. A day in the life of Beck. What's going on today? This is my hair. That's important. I'm working on the Dean Winchester hairstyle. It didn't work. I ended up more of like a mohawk. This is me fucking with it all day, so it's kind of sideways now, but what are you gonna do? I really want to get it carved into the correct Dean Winchester hairstyle by next year, because the current cosplay I'm working on is a young Dean Winchester, say 13, because I'm 5 feet tall, so I obviously can't pull off all grown up Dean Winchester. But my clothes are kind of baggy, so it'll fit, it'll work. Right now I'm working on, I need green contacts, because my eyes are blue, and I need this amulet. Hopefully I can find that cheap, because I don't have any money, and, fixing my hair. That's my main issue. I like doing that, because I like the way it looks from that angle, but I don't like the way it looks from that angle. My hair confuses me. I fucking hate my hair. Anyway, I should just get a really nice wig and shave it all the fuck off. No, that would suck. I don't want to do that. Never mind. My glasses broke. That's another thing that happened in my life. Yeah, my glasses broke. Which is cool. I can still read through them. I basically glued the lens in because I'm cheap and can't afford to get a new pair. So whatever. My Tahila is going to Pima Medical School now. He's studying to be a veterinary technician. Right now working as a veterinary assistant. He might just stick with that, you know, sort of depends. I still work at Domino's. I'm a delivery driver. It's cool. I don't mind. I like it. I don't fucking care if it's a dead-end job. But once my Tahila graduates and she has a real job and we have more money, then hopefully I'll be able to move the fuck out and I can go back to being an internet stripper and get more money and actually have fun with my life, because that was really fun. I just don't know if I can go back to having to go by female pronouns and whether the guys will like my short hair or not. I don't know. I guess guys out there like chicks with short hair, right? That's a thing. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see how well it works. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to Domino's. Right? Right. Okay. Other questions. I had one on George. And I got the question. I was really out of it at the time. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And I just answered it on Tumblr because I'm a dork. And then I swear I fucking hit send and went, oh wait, that was probably for my moon video. Oh, well, fuck. So was there. But it's probably good I answered it, because I would have read the question on the video and went, for like 2 minutes and then mumbled something incoherent and moved on, because it's a complicated question for me as a fanboy. Okay, what are your top 5 fandoms and your top 5 characters? I have a lot of fandoms. It's kind of hard to list them. I'll go with what fandoms have affected my life the most. The number 1 fandom that has truly carved and changed me as a person is Harry Potter. I grew up with that shit. Like, my role models in life were Dumbledore and Sirius and shit. So that is a major part of my identity as a Harry Potter nerd. And like, you don't fight me on Harry Potter, I'll fucking kill you. That's it. I love Harry Potter. There will never be a fandom better than Harry Potter to me. Ever. No offense to Whovians, no offense to Tolkiens, nothing. Love you guys. I'm a Whovian and a Tolkien myself. I just prefer Harry Potter. Probably Tolkienverse would be my second one, because I read that right after Harry Potter. So that really got me into a more difficult, more adult, mature literacy. It made higher level English classes a lot easier for me and got me into reading classics like To Kill a Mockingbird and Shakespeare, Sherlock, whatever, you know, all the shit I've read. I've read a lot of books. I'm a book nerd. Um, Sherlock Holmes would probably be my third fandom, cause I don't know, it's amazing. That's my only. Sherlock is a good enough reason for Sherlock Holmes to be my third fandom. What's another? Star Wars. Star Wars is again, it's another thing I grew up on. I went and got to see the new releases back in '98 in theaters. My dad is a Star Wars nerd. My other dad is a Star Wars nerd. I was raised on Star Wars. I remember like when Star Wars was having the big marathons on Spike, sitting down with my dad and having a fucking beer after college and watching the Star Wars marathon all day. I've bonded with my little brother over Star Wars. Like it's Star Wars and Harry Potter are the two things that have truly brought my family together. I got my dad into Harry Potter, he got me into Star Wars, I got my little brother into Star Wars, and I got my little sister into Harry Potter, and so we all have things we can now get along because of that. I mean, we got along relatively okay before, but now I got shit we can fanboy over together, so yay! Okay, so that's what, 3? I can't count. Adventure Time. I don't even think I listed that on the one online, but thinking about it now, thinking about what's affected me really, Adventure Time is fucking, I can't even describe it. Like, if you watch all the episodes and you look at the major plotline that they hint to, that's like, it's there, but you have to actually watch the show to know it's there, is fucking crazy. I love that show. That's another thing that me and my brother can bond over, because he fucking loves Adventure Time. I mean, he's a little kid, he didn't see the big plot lines, but I pointed them out to him, and then he sat there and was like, what? And then watched it, was like, holy shit, it is there! And so now he's really into it, even more in Adventure Time. That's 4. I could say Gravity Falls is my 5th for the same fucking reasons. It's really hard to pick a 5th. I love Star Trek. That brought me and my partner together. Fuck. I'm really into Game of Thrones right now. I like Doctor Who. I don't know, I can't really pick a 5th slot because there's a lot of fandoms I really like and I don't want to leave anyone out of my top 5. Pokemon? Let's go with Pokemon. Pokemon's my 5th. I don't need a reason. It's fucking Pokemon. I grew up on it too. The Phantom's my 5th. The TV show, probably not. I really only like Indigo League, but whatever. I like the video games, so I didn't really like Black and White that much. Fucking love X and Y, whatever, whichever one I'm playing. Favorite characters? Dude, it so depends on the fandom, because it's hard to kind of pick in between fandoms which one I like the most. I mean, look at what I wrote down was for Harry Potter. It's really hard because I'm really attached to multiple characters. It's probably a tie between Neville and Sirius, because I'm like in love with both of them for different reasons. So let's go with Neville and Sirius. Tied for number 1, only because it's Harry Potter. Daryl's probably always going to be in the top 5, probably close to number 1. I guess we'll just put him at number 2. But I love the guy. I've been role-playing him for 2 years. I really adore Daryl. He's probably my favorite character to play. This video is getting really long, so I feel like I shouldn't really go into that much. But Daryl is definitely on the list. Followed by Gabriel from Supernatural. While I have a lot of issues with the Supernatural fandom and the show, Supernatural, oh my god. Okay, don't take this as a hate thing. Like, I love a lot of you guys. Some of my best friends are Supernatural fans, and I love the characters, but I have a serious fucking issue with the show, and I don't want to watch it anymore, so I haven't been, and I don't RP in it I don't RP canon characters in there. I RP in the verse on Daryl a lot. I have a really nice Hunter verse there. You guys should play with me in it, by the way. But I don't RP the canon characters anymore. I used to have a Crowley, I used to have a Dean, I had a Gabriel, a Kevin. Who else did I have? I'm sure I've had more than that. I wanted to play Garth for a while. Gabriel's probably my favorite though because I feel really attached to him on a personal level. Like, people say that the characters you play represent you in some way. None of the characters I roleplay represent me. None of them are even similar to me, other than Gabriel. I kind of feel like I'm tooting my own horn with that because he's so awesome, and I'm not that awesome. I could never be as awesome as Gabriel, but hear me out. I have a terrible fucking family. Okay, I've got brothers and sisters, I've got shitheads I live with, my mom's a fucking cunt, and my dad's amazing, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Um, but because of the shit my mom did, I ran away from home. Once I graduated college, went clear across the country to move into Maitahaila, and I still feel a lot of grief over that, a lot of shame, guilt, whatever you want to call it, because I left my little sister. And I can't take her with me. I can barely afford to take care of my fucking self. There's no way I could take care of my little sister. And she's under 18, so I can't take her anyway without it being kidnapping. But leaving her there with my mom, and my mom's doing all the same shit she was doing to me, to her, and I can see it, and, you know, I get texts from her all the time about it. It's okay, I'm getting emotional. But yeah, so that fucking upsets the shit out of me. So Gabriel left home for some, you know, issues with his family, abandoned, you know, baby Cassie Bear and everything, back with the shitty family. And he has a lot of guilt and shame over that. Blah, blah, blah. He's awesome. That's why I like Gabriel. Okay, next character. The other two I wrote down would be Dr. Horrible and Bilbo. Dr. Horrible's in their fandom. Whedonverse. Whedonverse is a fandom. Let's make that number 5. Whedonverse. That encompasses Marvel and everything else. Whedonverse. Anyway, Dr. Horrible. Fuck yes. If you haven't seen that, you should. It's on Netflix. Stop what you're doing, turn off this video, and go fucking watch it because I told you to, because it's amazing. It's 45 minutes of your life that you will never want to end. It's intelligent and satirical, but also funny and soul-shattering. And I find Dr. Horrible to be such a interesting, complex character because his morals aren't necessarily really bad. He doesn't want to kill all humans or whatever, hurt innocent people. It's about changing the status quo and trying to make the world something that he thinks is better than what it is. And who doesn't want that? Everyone wants to change the status quo and take over the world, right? Fuck yeah. But he's trying to do it, and because of that he becomes a villain, and that's cool. And it's interesting seeing something from the perspective of a villain and doing these bank heists and everything else that he's doing for this ideal that he thinks is true that you never really hear that much about. And then seeing these heroes that are douchebags. And I don't know, it's his character to me is fucking awesome. And I repeat him too. I've had a lot of RP blogs. So yeah, and he's wonderful. And I really I love Dr. Horrible. Bilbo Baggins. I also had that as an RP blog. I'm gonna have more RP blogs too. I've already got like 2 or 3 in my head that I want to make, but I'm not gonna make them if I can help it. I read The Hobbit right after Harry Potter. I was up to date after book 4 came out, and I was waiting for book 5, and that's when I read The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings before book 5 came out. And God, I loved Bilbo. He was just this more intelligent main character that I hadn't really read because, you know, Harry's kind of a derp. I mean, he's adorable, but he's a derp. And Bilbo, being this hobbit, you expect him to be more bumbling and, you know, more like Pippin is in Lord of the Rings. But he's got this intelligence and wit about him, and I found that fucking fascinating as a kid. Like, I loved Bilbo. And then watching the new movie and Martin Freeman, holy fuck. I mean, Bilbo's awesome. He should be on everyone's top 5 list. I love Bilbo. I didn't get any questions for my McCoy blog, which is cool, whatever. Especially because this video is already at like fucking 20 minutes. As I ramble and I don't want to redo this, so this is what it's gonna be. The only thing I guess I'll say is I'll give a small shout out to like my newest BFF, which is a Spock role player. I'm probably gonna mix up their URL. Pretty sure it's not fascinating but interesting. Sometimes I mix up the interesting and fascinating in my head. But they're amazing and you should follow them. Their Spock is perfect. They're perfect. They're just a wonderful fucking person. I mean, I haven't clicked with someone that fast in a very long time. We got each other's Skypes and we've been talking practically nonstop for what's probably been 4, maybe 5 days at this point, and RPing, and I just love them, and they're a wonderful person, and you should go send them love and make friends because they're fantastic. Okay, there's a lot of other awesome people I've met on Bones too. I'm just already at 20 minutes, so I'm gonna stop where I am. So, bye guys! Thanks for the questions. I love you. And you should send me more, so that way when I hit my next milestone, which I'm already really close to, I'll have more questions for the next moon video. And it could be even longer, and even more filled with stupid. Alright, if I can figure out how to end this fucking video, I'll end it. Bye guys!